got some more unfortunate news for the New York Nets. James Harden actually left the game. He only played 4 minutes on Monday night's 114-100 to win over their New York rivals, the New York Knicks. He was pulled for hamstring tightness. And Harden this season actually is another player on the MVP list. You know, a lot of Brooklyn Nets are in the MVP race right now, including Kyrie Irving. 26.1 points per game, 8.9 rebounds a game, and 11.2 assists per game, which is really impressive. I mean, we expect this out of James Harden. I mean, you know, what can I say? He's one of the greatest shooters of our generation. What else do you want me to say? Um, Believe it or not, Mario, the Nets are already without Kevin Durant. We've known this. They're without Blake Griffin, Tyler Johnson, and Landry Shamet. So with James
Yeah.
Harden being on that list, that's a big deal. You know, they're losing a lot of their stars. And Steve Nash has a quote on this, and I quote: "We definitely don't want to wear him out, which is smart. We'll try our best, which is very difficult to do sometimes. We'll try to limit his minutes if we have the opportunity. I think he's just in a position where this was fatigue, and the scan was clear, and he's completed some workouts and feels good to go." And the source for this was Malika Andrews, who was an ESPN staff writer. So, Mario, before I pass on to you, I just want to say there's no direct timeline if whether when he'll be back or not. So hopefully he is back soon. Just the way Steve Nash is putting it, he doesn't see it as a big deal, but obviously, of course, it's James Harden, you know. So with that being said, I'll pass it on to you now, Mario.
Well, before I start, I just want to say, best of luck to James Harden. Hopefully he makes 100% of a recovery because he is having a very, very good season. One more thing that I want to add, Nate, that is very interesting. This is the first game in James Harden's career where he did not have a single point.
Really?
His first game in his
Well, I
career,
mean,
he's
I
had.
mean, yeah, he did play only 4 minutes, so
Yeah, right. But I just thought that was interesting. This is the only game in his whole career where he's had 0 points. Yeah, obviously it's a big loss. You know what I'm saying? But the Nets are so good talent wise that like if they just they moderate his time, they moderate his rest. Remember, Kyrie Irving's still there. Kyrie Irving's having a very good season as well. We can't look down on Kyrie Irving. He's been kind of the workhorse for this team, Nate. He's been the workhorse. He's been the guy that when Kevin Durant and James Harden can't play, he's been the one playing. He's been playing the majority of those
absolutely.
games. Obviously Lamarcus Aldridge that helps with it. DeAndre Jordan does a good job defensively. So so the Nets, honestly, Nate, they can definitely go at I think they can definitely go at them. Obviously, the past what do you call it? The past two games that they've had, they haven't been like the most impressive thing. I know they lost to the Bulls, but I mean like the Nets are so good of a team that they're gonna make the playoffs. We already know it. And when they do make the playoffs, this is the only team that I've said a million times. This is the only team that can have their star take a day off and they can still win the NBA championship. This is the only team. Um, so obviously, with that being said, I wish James Harden the best of luck. I wish the Brooklyn Nets the best of luck. Um, and yeah, this is obviously a big loss for him because James Harden has done a lot for this team. He's absolutely done a lot. He the stats prove it himself. When KD wasn't be able to play, these stats just rose. He's averaging 11.2 assists per game with 8 boards and 26 points. Obviously, he's in the MVP conversation. Personally, me, if I think if Kevin Durant was playing full time, I don't think he's in the MVP conversation. Or he is, but I don't think he's top three if Kevin Durant's playing.
Right,
But
yeah.
obviously, Kevin Durant has had issues with COVID and injuries in total throughout this whole season, and James Harden was able to pick it up. Him and Kyrie Irving be able to pick up the slack. So obviously, with that being said, obviously Kyrie Irving's gonna have to play these games solo for a little bit with whatever supporting cast that he has. So with that being said, I wish the Brooklyn Nets the best of luck. I wish James Harden the best of luck in a full recovery.
Right, absolutely. You know, best of luck to James Harden. You know, speedy recovery. Yeah, obviously, you're absolutely correct. You know, this is a big loss to the Brooklyn Nets, but like I said before, keep in mind, you know, Steve Nash hopes to have him back on the court very soon. So, hopefully he could be on the court within the next few games. He's probably gonna have to take some time off because Steve Nash does say it's what do you call it? It is a bit fatigued, so obviously that is something to worry about. But he also said he's been doing some workouts just fine. So it doesn't look bad, but at the same time, you know, it's James Harden, you know, one of the best scorers of our generation. I mean, what else do you want me to say about the man? But yeah, I absolutely agree with you, Mario. This Brooklyn Nets team is absolutely talented, you know. And Kyrie Irving picks up the slack whenever whenever everybody else is slacking. You know, he does the work that he has to do. Unfortunately, I wish this is something I see him doing in Boston, especially his last year. But I mean, actually, with Boston, he wasn't that bad. Yeah, he wasn't that bad in Boston. Just didn't like it there, so yeah, whatever. Look, man. Yeah. I mean, obviously the Brooklyn Nets. I mean, they've been able to manage without KD, but obviously, that's KD. That's one piece of the big three with James Harden and Kyrie Irving. Now you just lost another member of the big three. So now my question is, how what's your plan moving forward? You know what I mean? And obviously, like you said, they have enough talent to try and get through it. Would they be impressive like they are with KD and James Harden or one of the two? No, but they can definitely manage to do it. You know what I mean? So with that being said, I wish the Brooklyn Nets the best of luck moving forward. I wish James Harden the best of luck moving forward. And I can't wait to see him play again. Not against the Celtics though.